development of site for solid waste management, landfill design and operation. So I'll be highlighting a major concept, that is the design of the landfill and the operational requirements in a landfill. So coming to the table of contents, today we will see mainly about how a landfill is designed. So based on the what parameters designing of landfill is basically carried about. Then a little bit detail on landfill operation, like for operation of landfill, what are the important criteria to be taken into consideration, and few advantages and disadvantages of landfills, and a highlight on the composition of landfill gas. So coming to the design of landfill, as we have already discussed in the last tutorial about the importance of landfill for solid waste management, we have seen how locations have been selected using new technologies like remote sensing and GIS. So using all those applications, we can try to figure out a suitable landfill site where solid waste management can be carried about. So while designing a landfill, one must consider various parameters. So few of them I've highlighted here. So let us see all those parameters one by one. So layouting of landfill site. So proper layouting has to be done. Layouting means we have to keep proper site for where the unloading of the solid waste material happens in a landfill, the area where the actual management of solid waste, that is the landfill, happens, and then a particular site where composting of solid waste can happen. So like that, proper layouting has to happen, and finally the landfill site is suitable. Okay, so that is why layouting is one important criteria that you have to take into consideration. Apart from that, what are the different types of waste that will be handled within the landfill? So basically we know that landfill is given the last priority in the solid waste management hierarchy. So as much as possible, we should try to recover, we should try to compost, and all those things has to be done. So basically what all waste comes into that particular landfill, there they have to do a lot of segregation, a lot of conversions into compost and other things. And then finally, after incineration and other concepts which are already studied, if something remains, that should reach the landfill. So a basic idea about what type of waste has to be handled in a landfill has to be considered. Apart from that, the need of convenience for transfer stations. So we have studied the importance of transfer stations. So these are intermediate stations where the solid waste is stored for some time, and then it is, once the enough load is generated, that is then transferred from the transfer station to the landfill site. So need of this transfer stations also has to be considered. Apart from that, estimation of landfill capacity and the evaluation of the hydrogeology and geology of the site. So these important things we have discussed in the last tutorial also. So that also has to be kept in mind. Apart from that, the selection of leachate control facilities. So we have studied that when you have landfill, definitely there will be leachate which is generated from this landfill. So proper management steps for how to control this leachate and how to manage this leachate has to be thought about. Apart from that, not only leachate, even landfill gas has to be considered, because we know methane is one major component of this particular landfill gas, and methane is a greenhouse gas. If not, what do you mean? If you have not harnessed it properly, definitely this will lead to more greenhouse gas, and that will lead to more global warming. So that is why you have to have proper systems for collection of this gas, or either you should have the flaring system to flare the methane which is generated. Otherwise, there is a chance of bursting open the landfill. The landfill can burst open because of the gas which is accumulated within the landfill. That can lead to many more problems. Apart from that, we have to have drainage facilities. The aesthetic view of that particular landfill has to be maintained properly. We have to have a lot of monitoring facilities also. So what is the importance of monitoring facilities? So we know this landfill is an engineered structure where we try to contain the solid waste from the environment. But if there are some problems with the landfill, if there are some cracks which are generated, then the groundwater in that particular area can get contaminated. So to have a check on all this, the nearby water bodies which is there, like if you have a well nearby, we can monitor the well water and see the quality of water. So if that water after testing seems to be contaminated with heavy metal, then definitely it is because of the leachate which is generated from the landfill. So that is how this monitoring facilities has to be in place, and periodic monitoring of these facilities has to be done to check if the landfill is working properly, if there are no problems in landfill, etc. Again, we have a lot of equipments to be used in the landfill. So all that determination, like how many equipments are required, how many trucks are required, all that details has to be kept in mind. Apart from that, the operational plan, like how to operate the particular landfill, what is the plan that they have done to operate it. So this we'll study a little more in detail in the next slide. So coming to the landfill operation, as we told, like how many days and how many hours is the landfill going to operate, like whether it is 5 to 6 days per week or in a basis of 8 to 10 hours per day. So at what rate the landfill is being operational. So that we have to consider. Apart from that, there should be some communication facilities within the landfill area. Like there should be a telephone for emergencies. There should be some facilities given to the employees, like restroom facility, drinking water should be provided. So all these basic necessities has to be provided to the employees who are working within the landfill. Apart from that, there should be certain cover sheds available for the maintenance of equipment. So we know we need a lot of trucks and other equipments within the landfill. So this equipment also should be monitored and maintained properly. Apart from that, there should be litter control within the landfill operation. So the crew member should pick up if there is any litters in that particular area. Apart from that, even you should have an operational plan regarding how to recover the gas, and if there is any sludge generated, how will you manage that sludge which is generated within the plant. So all that operational plan has to be in place. Apart from that, there should be a lot of record keeping activities, like how much solid waste has reached that particular site for that particular day, how much is managed, how much is yet to be managed, a lot of billing, and because if they are generating compost, they are selling that compost, then a billing and other things comes into picture. So that is why your operational records has to be also kept in mind. And then apart from that, actually speaking, there should not be any salvaging happening at the site, because we know transfer stations should do this majority of the work, but usually that doesn't happen. A lot of waste salvaging happens within the landfill. So that also has to be considered. Apart from that, there should be security facility for lighting within the landfill area, and there should be a security for locking the gates of that particular landfill. Okay, because there can be any compost can be stolen from that place. So that such things should not happen. There has to be proper security maintained in that particular landfill area. Okay. Apart from that, we know the importance of spreading the waste within the landfill and compaction. So this is a very important task to be done, because we know the importance of compaction. Once you compact the waste, definitely you can put more waste within the same landfill. That is one thing. Apart from that, you know the permeation rate is going to decrease and the leachate penetration is going to decrease. That is how you can prevent the groundwater contamination within that area. Apart from that, there should be a small unloading area where the solid waste is unloaded in that particular site. And it is good if the unloading area is near to the gate, because your transportation cost is going to decrease. Otherwise, if this landfill is like acres and acres together, and if you have an unloading area at the back end, then definitely your transportation within the landfill is going to increase. So again, the emissions are going to increase. So we have to take care about these minor things when you operate in a landfill. So these are the major considerations to be taken while operating a landfill. So coming to few advantages and disadvantages of landfill. So coming to the advantages, we know that anaerobic organisms are playing a major role there. They are converting that into methane because of the anaerobic condition within the landfill. Okay, so they produce less of sludge in this particular operation because they produce more of landfill gas and more of leachate. Okay, so you have biogas production also. You can have this because the methane gas can be converted to energy. So that is how you can use it. And then you have a lot of BOD removal within the system, because anaerobic decomposition, organisms will require food for their growth, and once they utilize all the organic matter present in the substance, definitely your BOD reduction will happen drastically. Apart from that, your cost involved in landfills are very low. Operational cost is less. So this is the major advantages of landfills. But coming to the disadvantages, if there are heavy metals present, as we know, if electronic waste is ending up in landfill, definitely a lot of heavy metals is going to contaminate it, and that will reduce the rate of digestion. Your anaerobic digestion rate is reduced because these heavy metals acts as stress creating in the organisms, and they will not do their job properly, because of which your digestion is prevented. Apart from that, if ammonia is present, it leads to toxicity conditions within the organisms. And apart from that, your conditions should be maintained properly, because organisms are very sensitive. A small change in temperature, small change in pH, they will not do their job properly. So that is why your sensitive changes in temperature and pH will have a major impact. Apart from that, your start time will be long, because it is anaerobic conditions. The organism should acclimatize itself to the conditions and then start doing their job. So it will take a long time for startup. So these are the few disadvantages of landfill. So when compared to the disadvantages, a lot of advantages are there. So that is why they try to go for landfill for managing solid waste. So coming to the composition of landfill, so this landfill is something similar to a biochemical reactor. So where you have an input and where you have an output. So what is my input? Input is solid waste. So whatever waste is coming into the particular landfill, that will be your input. And my output are two things now. One is leachate and one is landfill gas. So landfill gas can be converted into electricity, and leachate has to be managed properly, and then that treated leachate can be used as water for gardening and other purposes. So that is how you have two outputs which has to be treated properly. So as we spoke about the landfill gas, we can convert it into energy or you can flare it. Okay, that is just the option. But actually speaking, waste to energy should be the main priority when you have a landfill gas which is recovered from the system. Okay, so that is the importance. So this is just to show you the composition of landfill gas. So it is basically methane. So maximum of it, you can see the range of it, 30 to 60% is methane, 34 to 60% is carbon dioxide, and then the little percentage of various other gases and trace constituents in ppm. So there are certain constituents in ppm, so small quantity of it, but when compared to it, methane is at higher concentration. So that is why it is called landfill gas, is basically methane present there, which can be converted into electricity. So coming to landfills, basically we have studied that it is highly compacted structure where oxygen is not present. So it is basically anaerobic condition. Under this anaerobic condition, the breakdown of products happen and basically methane is released apart from carbon dioxide and other gases. So the majority of landfill gas which is produced is methane. So globally, you can see 818 million metric tons per annum in terms of CO2 equivalent is of methane emission occurs from landfill. This is according to Rachel et al. 2007. Okay, and this methane, as we spoke about, is 25 times more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. We know carbon dioxide is a major greenhouse gas. When compared to carbon dioxide, methane is 25 times more potent. So it can lead to more global warming. So if you're not managing your landfills properly, and if you're emitting a lot of methane from the landfill, definitely this will lead more problems than creating problems. Okay, it will create more problems than solving your problems. So that is why you have to take care about how this methane is managed properly. Coming to a small report of Planning Commission 2014, they have revealed that the potential of waste as a resource indicates that 62 million tons of waste which is generated annually. So this waste can produce 72 megawatts of electricity. You can see the potential there. With 62 million tons, we can produce 72 megawatts of electricity from the landfill gas. Okay, we can produce even 439 megawatts from combustible components, and again you can produce 5.4 million metric tons of compost from the organic waste present in the solid waste. Okay, so much compost can be generated. And so instead of going for chemical fertilizers, we can try to go for organic fertilizer. So this becomes the organic fertilizer. So this is waste to energy concept. So you have electricity production, you have compost generation. So all this can be exploited, and the methane can be converted into electricity. So all this should be exploited. So that is how we have studied about the design of the landfill. We have studied about the operational plan of the landfill, and today we have studied about the landfill gas and major, that is methane, and how to utilize it in an effective manner. Thank you for watching, guys. Do subscribe the channel for more updates.